Well. Guess who has guests over and forgot to pick up dessert? Again. We've all done it, and if like me you've ever found yourself in this unfortunate situation, don't worry, I've got an incredibly fast, forgiving, and unsurprisingly delicious recipe to escape this sticky situation. This is the Last Minute Lemon Cheesecake. Hey folks, welcome back to another episode here at Time Out Kitchen, where today I, or more accurately my cousin, will be showing you how to make an incredibly simple and delicious lemon cheesecake. Because God knows if I learn how to bake, I'll need a new wardrobe within a month. Now I preface this video saying this is for emergencies, but honestly this is a great no-fuss, no-bake option for anyone with a somewhat busy life, or say if you're a full-time physician with a young child running around the house. Either way, it's fast, accessible, and tasty. With all that said, let's dive into the ingredients, of which there are only a few. So to start, you'll need a pack or about 270 grams of cookies. Ideally something with a basic vanilla flavor like graham crackers will do just fine. Naturally, we'll crush these to form the base of our cheesecake, and in my opinion, simple flavors are the way to go. Now, of course, if you want to use Oreos or something more extravagant, you're of course welcome to do so. Again, no fuss. Next, you'll need something to bind these cookies, so of course we're going to be grabbing some butter, about 100 grams or so. For your cheese component, only the finest, stinkiest blue cheese will do. Okay, that's a lie. You're going to very unsurprisingly use cream cheese, about 400 grams or so. Please do not use blue cheese, guys. I was kidding. Anyways, to add a silky and sweet texture, you'll want to grab equal parts condensed milk. That means about 400 grams. Now this ingredient is key as it adds that creamy sweetness that we need, but it also helps to actually set our cheesecake, so it will become more solid more quickly, and this is really important when you're making a cheesecake that is no bake, so don't skip this. Finally, to cut through the sweet richness of this cheesecake, you'll want the brightness from the juice of 2 lemons and the zest of 1. And that's it, just these 5 ingredients is all you'll need to make this lemon cheesecake, and speaking of making it, let's start putting this thing together. So first grab yourself a nice large bowl and then grab your cookies. Again, note how plain and boring these are. No Oreos here, just your basic bitch vanilla cookie. Drop the cookies into the bowl and take one last look at them before grabbing your smashing tool of choice. In this case, a rolling pin, and well, start smashing. What you're looking for here is a fine sand-like texture. Now, if you're looking to save some time here and get a more consistent final product, I'd recommend tossing your cookies into a food processor. In any case, you should have something that looks a little bit like this. With that done, move your bowl off to the side because it's time to zest your lemons. So grab your lemons and then immediately stop everything you are doing and feast your eyes on what is undoubtedly the tiniest and cutest box grater on the planet. I mean, look how cute and teeny and tiny it is. So grab that adorable little box grater and get zesting. Just make sure you steer clear from digging too deep into the peel to avoid the white bitter parts. With your zesting complete, it's time to squeeze the juice out of these. So grab your knife, slice this in half, and well, get juicing. Now your lemons may vary in their level of juiciness, but you're looking for around a half cup or so of lemon juice, which you will want to avoid spilling on your work surface. Then grab a large mixing bowl and proceed to majestically pour in the remainder of the lemon juice before adding even more lemony goodness by tossing in the lemon zest. With the lemon being reunited comfortably in your bowl, you can move this to the side because it's time to assemble our crust. And to build a solid foundation to this dessert, you'll need some butter. So cut off 100 grams of it, and as you cut into it, remind everyone to keep quiet on set. Thank you. Anyways, then toss that butter into a bowl and then microwave said bowl for about 20 seconds or until melted. After 20 seconds, pour your liquefied butter into your large bowl of crushed cookies and then give this a quick mix. You should now have a texture similar to slightly wet sand, which is exactly what we're looking for. If you press this down and you find it's not sticking together, just add a little bit more melted butter. Now to form the crust in a wide flat pie dish, pour in your mixture and gently spread it out with a spatula or the back of your spoon. You don't need to press this down too hard, just enough for everything to stick together and hold its shape. Once the pie crust is spread edge to edge and it's holding its shape, we can move this to the fridge and move on to our filling. For the filling, in that large bowl with all of our lemon juice and lemon zest, you'll toss in your cream cheese, about 400 grams of it, and follow that up with equal parts of condensed milk. Now importantly, you'll notice that we've not been adding any sugar to this recipe, and that's because the condensed milk is going to provide all of the necessary sweetness. That said, if you want a little bit more, you can of course add a little bit of sugar, or you can even add a little bit of vanilla. It's really up to you. Again, this recipe is meant to be no fuss. Either way, just make sure you mix this up to combine thoroughly, and voila, your filling is done. So get your pie crust out of the fridge because we're on the home stretch, which means it's just a matter of pouring your lemon cream cheese mixture on top of the crust and gently spreading it from edge to edge. Then you can optionally grab your adorable little box grater and add some fresh lemon zest on top, just to ensure that people know this is a lemon cheesecake. Finally, for a bit of color, add some fresh basil or mint on top, and there you go, your last minute cheesecake is done. Now you could actually eat this right now, but the last thing I'm going to do, and I strongly recommend you do as well, is to pop this into the fridge or freezer to tighten up and give us a firmer, less melty texture. After about 5 minutes in the freezer, this thing is now fully done. And guys, as you can kind of tell, this recipe is extremely forgiving and flexible. It comes together in under 20 minutes and is perfect in a pinch with just a handful of really basic ingredients. The crisp buttery crust is rich and sweet, while the filling contrasts nicely with its luxurious and creamy texture, and all that richness is cut perfectly by that bright and acidic hit of lemon throughout. It's really quite delicious. So if you're in need for a quick dessert, I hope you give this a try because it might just save the day. And with that said, we've actually got some guests to serve, so thank you so much for watching until the end of this video. And as always, thumbs if you liked it, subs if you loved it. We will see you in the next one.